I am that ultimate reality. I am that immortal being. I think I am this little person. Being this little person, I must somehow continue to exist. I must continue to live, extend the life of this little body, mortal body. Not only that, that instinct, that deep-rooted intuition is there that I am infinite, that I am not this limited body born at that time, aging fast, and I'm sure, I know it's going to die soon. It's cut off in time. It was born and it will die. It's cut off in space. I'm only this much. No matter if I am worried, I'm so obese. No matter, most obese person is also little compared to the whole world. Not knowing my real nature, I tend to try to become infinite in this world itself by trying to live longer and acquire more wealth, more property, more houses, more gadgets, more possessions. Especially in this country, you have a unique phenomenon, storage. So when all your stuff overflows house, it goes into garage. When garage, no space is there for car, it goes into storage. What will happen to all that? There are big, big houses. Who lives there? Junk lives there. Nobody will ever use any of that, which is their big house, and you have to pay money to keep it there. Why? I want to be infinite. Right? If you say it that way, it sounds silly. But what drives us to acquire more and more and more? It's an unthinking urge. So that is not knowing that I am infinite being, wealth, more. I'm trying to expand in this limited world, trying to express the infinite through the finite. Not knowing that I am Ananda, all fulfillment. I try to seek, I go around with a begging bowl in hand to the world, give me little happiness, give me little happiness. Not knowing that I am a billionaire, I'm going around asking for a few cents, a few dollars here and there, like a beggar. Give me a little happiness. Where am I going? Sense pleasures. From eating a cookie to sexual pleasure, all of that, from the most crudest kind of pleasure to the most refined kind of pleasure. That is, you can go to art and classical music performance. Pleasure from the world. Make me happy. Make me happy. But Vedanta says all happiness is you. When we say within you, you are it. Vedanta says that that's the tragedy and also the comedy of life. What life is giving back to you, it's borrowing from you and giving back to you. It's like, I want $1, I'm poor. You're a billionaire. Somebody takes money from your account and gives it back to you. And you're grateful. This is where I will get pleasure. Sri Ramakrishna gives the example of the dog which was chewing a bone. And the dry bone cut its own lip, the dog's lip. And the blood came out. And the dog tasted its own blood and said, what a tasty bone. And then carefully buried that bone. And whenever it wanted pleasure, the tasting, something tasty to eat, it would go and dig out that bone and chew that old bone. And then again, blood would come out of its own lip. And you taste that, very tasty. That's what we are doing whenever we want pleasure. Not knowing we are Ananda Swarupa, we look for satisfying, getting pleasure from sensual pleasures. And fame is khyati, expression. I'm just stretching it a little bit. Chit, you are shining forth as this universe. Your khyati, that means shining forth as this universe. Not knowing that I want to be famous as this little being. This little person, I want to let this little person become famous and appreciated and recognized and praised. So see, lust or wealth or fame, this comes from not knowing that I am Ananda. Lust comes from not knowing that. The urge for acquisition and wealth comes from not knowing that I am Sat. And fame comes from not knowing that I am Chit, infinite radiance. You shining, everything else shines. By your light, everything here is lit up. So you see, this is connected to Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sri Ramakrishna says, these three, he says, spiritual life, these are the major obstacles to spiritual life. He says, Kam, Kanchan, Nam Josh. The lust, wealth, and the desire for name and fame, he would say, Nam Josh.